Hello, my most beautiful besties in the entire world. For today's video, y'all, I have been so eager to film this video, but we are officially starting our declutter series. I'm gonna be decluttering my entire makeup collection. I have accumulated a lot of makeup over the years, especially this past year in particular. I've accumulated so much. I consistently give away a box of makeup every single month to my Patreon members. I give them away to my friends, my families, and then I randomly send stuff to you guys every so often. I do send stuff and I do random giveaways, but I still have so much makeup, and for me, I feel like it's a bit excessive. I know this is my job, but it's still a bit excessive in my opinion. I don't want to overconsume, and I feel like I definitely have hit that point where I am part of the problem. I am part of the overconsumption, community, and I want to change that. So we're going to start off with my declutter series today, and I'm so excited. And we're going to start off with my primers, concealers, and setting powder drawer. So grab a snack, grab a drink, because it might be a long one. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna go ahead and dive right on into my primer, foundation, concealer, and setting powder drawer. So this is how the drawer is looking right now. She is definitely filled to the brim. She's really messy. She has a lot of empty products in here that I need to go through and really kind of declutter this down, because at the end of the day, I don't need this many primers. I don't need this many foundations, and I do not need this many setting powders either. I know it's my job to test things out. I also know what works and what does not work for me, and what I've touched and what I have not touched in a while. So I'm going to set my camera up and we're going to go through this drawer. But this is how we're looking right now. I'm hoping to clear out half of this collection if I can. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so this is where I store all my makeup. We are not going to judge how dirty it is, because this entire beauty room needs to be decluttered and cleaned. I think this is going to be my biggest declutter series yet, because not only am I going to go through all of these drawers right here, because right here we have my primers, foundations, concealers, and setting powders, but down here, oh yeah, that's all the blushes and highlighters and bronzers. Then down there, it's all Glam Light. We have my eyeliners and mascaras we have to go through. This drawer right here is a bin of all extras. Everything extra, everything I need to go through. I'm going to pull out stuff for me that I want to keep. I'm going to pull out stuff I'm going to use for giveaways. And I'm also going to pull out stuff that I can absolutely donate. And then same thing with this on there. That's only makeup bags and brushes. But we're going to focus on this drawer first before we move into my lip collection, my palette collection, and then my actual makeup desk where I'm going to go through all my skincare and finally clean out the top portion which has all my Jaclyn Cosmetics products and everything. So anyway, we're going to get started with this drawer right here. This is going to be my primer, foundation, concealer, and setting powder drawer. Now, I am very, very, very oily, so I tend to buy products that are geared towards oily skin. However, I do try products that are not necessarily geared for oily skin, but I just like to try it because it is my job. So we're gonna kind of go over everything and explain why I want to keep it or why I don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the camera this way so I can pull items out, but this is everything I'm working with today. So I don't even have a drawer for these products. I'm just literally going to be pulling them out, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, so we're going to start off with the primer drawer. So up first, I do have the Super Goop. This is going to be the everyday lotion. This is going to be a sunscreen. I'm going to take this out of my collection because this legit is a sunscreen. Why it's in there, I don't know. I think I just put it in there, but I'm going to go ahead and put this with my beach bag and pool stuff because I would definitely use it for that. We have the Benefit. This is the Do La La. I don't know how I feel about this. This is supposed to be one of those highlighting products. Honestly, it's a cool idea, but I really realistically don't use products like this, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. Next, we do have the e.l.f. bronzing drops. I bought these because these were viral. Everybody said how much they loved them. I had to have them myself, and honestly, guys, I do not like them. I have tried them so many times, and I just seriously cannot get this to work for me. No matter what I do, it just goes on really, really patchy. It stays patchy on the skin. So for me, I just find that it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. Next, I bought this little oil for a TikTok challenge. It literally is a TikTok challenge. This is supposed to be a lightweight facial oil that softens and moisturizes the skin. Honestly, I only use it for the challenge. I didn't use it for anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and just declutter this. I'm not a facial oil type of person. I never have been, especially because I get really oily. I have other products I think work great on my skin. And while I know you definitely need to hydrate and put oil and put moisturizing products on, trust me, I do. I just feel like this was not for me. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter. It was only like $10, so I didn't break the bank getting it. Next, we do have the Physician. This is the Butter Glow. This is going to be a bronzing serum. It smells great. It smells like coconut, but honestly, I'm never going to use this and it's a little bit too deep for me, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. Then we're going to move on to the Kosas. This is going to be the Dream Beam Sunlit like sunscreen. Guys, I love this so much. It's probably why mine is so dirty because I literally love this. This goes on like a sunscreen and it just gives you like this beautiful bronze glow on the face. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It smells really good. This is what I wear on my makeup, no makeup days. When I want to look like I have some sort of complexion product to my face, this is what I go for. So I'm definitely keeping that. I'm also keeping the Glow Recipe. This is the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Hue Drops. Again, really do love this. Now this is definitely richer in pigment, but the way that this blends out seamlessly onto the skin, it looks really intense right now, but it does blend out and gives you just a really soft, beautiful glow. I wear this on the days I'm not wearing any makeup. I just want to have some sort of glowy, bronzy look. This is also another product that I go for, so I'm keeping that. Okay, so up next we have the Tarte. This is the Key Largo Glow. Y'all, I really don't remember much about this. I don't remember my thoughts on this. Honestly, I'm probably going to let her go because I don't ever really like reach for this. So I think I'm going to go ahead and like let her go because I know the other two serums I actually reach for actively. I don't ever reach for this one, so we're going to go ahead and declutter this. All right, guys, so up next we do the Glow Recipe. This is the Strawberry BHA Pore Smoothing Blur Drops. I have been obsessed with this. I want to say for like almost 2 years now. I'm absolutely keeping this. I go through bottle after bottle after bottle. Do I have another backup with this? I absolutely do because I generally do get a use out of this, so we're definitely keeping her. Next we do the Benefit. This is the Pore Professional Matte Primer. Surprisingly, it doesn't do a bad job at controlling the oil. It does help to control the oil. Is it my favorite? No, it's not my favorite. It does have that pleasant scent to it. It's like that normal pleasant like Benefit Professional like pleasant smell. I can't describe the smell other than it smells like Benefit, but for me, I just don't get enough use out of this to want to keep it. I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. I was sent this in PR, but I actually know some people who can definitely get a good use out of this, who don't get as oily as I do, so they might get a better use out of this. I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. Alrighty, so up next, we have, I think, a Flower Nose Beauty primer. This is a really pretty primer. Like, it's really pretty. I love the concept. I love the idea of it. It's really smoothing. But honestly, I don't really ever use this. I just generally don't. I said in my declutter series back in like July or June that I would declutter things I don't use. And so unfortunately, I don't use this enough. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pass this on to a home that I think will get a better use out of it. It's really, really gorgeous, but I just want someone to get a better use out of it. This is definitely geared more towards dry skin. And since I'm really oily, it doesn't do much for me. Alrighty, so up next, this looks absolutely disgusting. I'm quite embarrassed with how gross this looks. But it's also because I show it so much love. This is my most well-loved primer in my entire collection. This is going to be the One Size Oil Sucker. This is the Extreme Mattifying Primer, and this does wonders for my skin. This is what I wear every single day when I go to work. I wear this a lot when I'm filming, but this is my tried and true primer. I literally wear this every time I am going out and I have a full face of makeup on because I know this is going to do a great job at controlling the oil. I do have like 1 or 2 backups of this because I was sent it, and then my friend Cody J gave me another one because he knows how obsessed I am with this. So I'm going to go ahead and keep her. I'm also keeping the Danessa Myricks. This is the Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. If you have oily skin, this is another blessing to have. You guys can tell I have a lot of product left, but the reason being is that a little bit of this goes a long way. You only need like 1 or 2 drops to tap onto the skin to like literally help to lock in your makeup, help to lock in your skincare, help to control the oil. It's an absolutely fantastic product from Danessa Myricks. A little bit goes a long way. So for me, this is well worth the price point because I know it's going to take me a while to go through this. So I'm definitely keeping this. Up next, we do have the Milk Makeup. This is going to be the Cloud Glow Primer. This is a really cool concept. I love the fact that it goes on like a cloud and then it just blends out really, really, really nicely. Now I really do I do enjoy this primer, but for me, honestly, I do get oily when wearing this. I really do. This is not one of my favorite Milk cosmetics. This is not one of my favorite Milk makeup products. I think Milk makeup makes some awesome oil control, pore minimizing primers, and to me, this is not it. But this is great if you have dry skin, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on to a home that definitely get a better use out of it than I would. Up next, we do have another Milk makeup product. This is gonna be the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. This is absolutely fantastic if you have really oily skin. You just rub the stick on in your troubled areas, and it really is going to help to blur your imperfections and help to control the oil. I absolutely love this. A little bit of this does go a long way. This blends beautifully with any other primer that I pair it with, so I'm definitely keeping. Up next, we do have the Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Blur Primer. Surprisingly enough, I really like this primer. While it doesn't do much to help to hold the oil, it really does help to give my complexion a really soft blur. It makes my pores look a little bit softened, not minimized, but just a little bit softened. And I do pair it nicely with the one size. So we're definitely keeping her, and she is probably about like only has like a quarter or so left. I used a lot of this because I really do enjoy this. Up next, we have the Ciate London. This is going to be a perfect putty. I don't know how I have this. I don't know how or why I have this. Ooh, she's dry feeling. Oh, wow. She feels dry. I'm going to go ahead. I was not flicking you guys off, I promise. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. This feels pretty dry. I don't know why I have this or how I got it. I must have sent it. But this is a blurring mattifying balm. Yeah, no. Declutter. This is the Timeless Smoothing Primer. Guys, I absolutely love this primer. It's great to help to fill in my really large pores. On the days that I'm not wearing any makeup, but I want to make my face look smooth, I literally just go in with this primer. I push it into the pores, and it gives me such a smooth looking face, and it helps to minimize them. But then I don't do anything else on top of it because it does nothing for the makeup, nothing for my makeup or anything. But it's great to help to fill in my pores. So we're definitely going to keep this until I run out. And then when I run out, well, we'll figure out what I want to do. All right, so here we have the one size. This is the Secure the Glow. As you guys can tell, I really did enjoy playing with this primer. It worked great. Like, it really worked great to help to control the oil. It's not meant for oily skin, but for some reason when I wore this, my oil did not separate the makeup on top, which I really did appreciate this. It has boba in it, so it's really unique texture, but I'm gonna go ahead and probably pass this on to a different home because like it does have like a little bit of chunkiness in it, but that's just the boba. I'm gonna pass this on to somebody who I know would get a better use out of this, who has pretty dry skin, who would just really benefit from this more than I would. It was great to play with. But I found other one size products that I just love a lot more. Next, we did the Iconic London. This is the Velvet Smooth Pore Refining Primer. This doesn't really do anything again for longevity of the makeup, but it does help to make my makeup look really smooth, which I really do appreciate. It really kind of goes on very soft. It kind of reminds me of the NYX Marshmallow Primer. I love the vibe that I get with this. So I'm going to keep this because this is, again, a primer that I wear on the days that I want to have like a really smooth complexion, but not having makeup on top. This is another go-to for me. Up next, we do have the What's Up Beauty. This is going to be the Positivity Lightweight Hydrating Face Primer. This is a really cool face primer. I really enjoy playing with this. I compared this to the Benefit Professional Matte Primer. Both held on really great. But again, I'm just looking more for like a mattifying primer than hydrating primer. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this along to a friend who I know has been eyeing this, and she'll probably get a better use out of this than I will. Up next, we do have the CoverGirl. This is going to be the Velvet Blur Primer. Honestly, this did nothing. This did nothing. It does not do anything to the pores. It does not help to control the makeup. Whenever I see these big influencers say how much they love this, they honestly could be telling the truth because generally it really could work for them. But for me, it just generally did not work. So I'm going to go ahead and just declutter this one. Oh, she's an oldie, but she's a goodie. This is my Milk makeup. This is the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. This is probably my third or fourth bottle of this at this point. I love it so much. It's not going anywhere. As soon as this empties out, I do have another backup. I always have backups of these ones because I gently go through them like no tomorrow. So we're definitely keeping her. I just recently got this in PR. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, but with the Hydro Grip, but with a glowy finish. I'm not going to part with it just yet because I'm still kind of playing around with this. At first, I thought I was not going to like it because of how golden and sheen it looks, but it actually blends out really, really, really nicely on the skin. It didn't make my makeup look any more oily than it normally does. Like, it really held on nicely. It had a nice little gripping texture, so I'm definitely going to keep this because even though it's meant for like hydrating the skin, somehow their hydrating products just tend to work with me, so we're gonna keep this. Next, we do have the e.l.f. This is the Dew Primer. This went viral and it sold out like crazy and no one could get their hands on this, and it finally came back Honestly, I feel like I need to give this another chance. I only played with it twice. I wasn't that impressed, but everybody swears by this. Everybody says how much they love this. Maybe I just need to give it another chance. Like, I feel like I'm not giving it justice the way that I need to. It smells incredible. It truly smells incredible. So I think I'll give this another chance. If I don't play with it by the end of this next summer, we'll declutter it. But I'm going to play this again. Next, we do have the Tatcha. This is the liquid silk canvas. I still really enjoy this silk canvas. Again, this is one of those products that I wear on the days that I'm doing a no makeup look, just to put it on my face, give me a nice silky complexion. I really do love Tatcha products. They work absolutely amazing on my skin. Well, their skincare does. This doesn't really do too much for the oil, even though it is oil free, but it does make my makeup look really smooth. So I'm gonna keep this for now. My beautiful friend Mikey sent this my way. He thought I would absolutely love the Made by Mitchell. This is gonna be a blurring primer, and honestly, it doesn't do anything for my pores. It doesn't do anything to blur. It doesn't do anything to make my makeup last. Like, I've tried it several times. It's cool in concept, but this product just did not work for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along. Up next, we do have the e.l.f. Power Grip with plus 4% niacinamide. This niacinamide really works wonders on my skin because my large pores. I still really enjoy this primer, so we're gonna go ahead and keep this. Since I am keeping the One Size Oil Control Extreme primer, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this because I'm not gonna reach for this one anymore. As cool as it is, ooh, that kind of looks gross. Is that the color that it's supposed to be? Ooh, she looks a little sus. She looks a little sus. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this because that does not feel good. I don't even know how old this one is, honestly. Okay, it still smells okay, but for me, since I'm using the One Size oil sucker, I don't need this one anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. It's going to be the Estee Lauder Double Wear Smooth and Blur Primer. This is a great primer for oily skin. I use this on special occasions. I don't use it all the time like I really should because she's a little pricey, but she works really beautifully for oily skin, so we're keeping. Up next, we do have the One Size Beauty. This is the Secure the Sweat. I have not used this since I had... Ew, why she look like that though? Ew, she's dripping. This looks like snot. This looks disgusting. That is so embarrassing. Oh, this is going to be the One Size Secure the Sweat. This really helps to keep your makeup matte, like waterproof, transfer proof. It's supposed to help control the oil. It's a nice product, but since I again use the One Size Secure this One Size Oil Control, I don't need this anymore. Does this smell? No, it doesn't have a smell. Okay, so that's good, but she is looking sus. She's looking sus. So we're going to go ahead and declutter her because I'm not going to use it. And then lastly, for primers, we do have the Milk Hydro Grip. This is the second one that I have gone through. This is the second one I have now. I still really do enjoy the Hydro Grip as long as she continues to be fresh and doesn't change colors. I'm going to go ahead and keep this because it still works wonders on my skin. Okay, so up first for foundation, we do have my Estee Lauder. This is going to be the Double Wear Pressed Powder Foundation. Years ago when I bought this, I bought the refillable by accident. I thought I bought the actual component, but I bought the refillable. And you know, I'm making it work. I love this powder foundation. As you guys can see, she does get love. I wear this on my Disney days. When I have Disney days and I'm going to be out in the hot sun all day, I don't want to wear a liquid foundation. I want to wear a powdered foundation. So I do go in with this lovely product right here. Oh, shit. Okay, so I do go in with this lovely product right here, and this just goes on so nicely. It's so smoothing. This pairs beautifully with my Tarte primer. I pair these two together, or I actually pair this with Kosas. Love the two. This just works really, really good. I only wear it on my Disney days because I don't want to have to wear a liquid. So this is why I am definitely keeping this right here. Up next, we do have my One Size. So this is going to be my One Size foundation. As you guys can see, I have two different shades. They did send me some shades. I did pass along shades that were not going to work for me. I have the shade called 35 Light In and the shade 40G. This 40G is actually going to be passed along to a friend because that's too deep for me. But they did send me two other shades that are not featured in today's video because they're sitting in a box of makeup. I will show you guys at the end of the video what we're working with and why I'm giving away and why I am doing such a declutter on my channel, because I just want to give back as much as possible and help to declutter because I've overconsumed too much. But I really do love this foundation. I think it's absolutely incredible. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and keep this. This is a full coverage long wear foundation. If you have oily skin, you'll absolutely enjoy this. So this is the Salt New York. I actually got to meet Kiki, the owner of Salt New York. Absolutely incredible. I really do love my little foundation unit that I have right here. So I have a foundation, I have a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. This works fantastic on my skin. Even though it's more like a balm, it's more like a skin tint. It actually surprisingly works really well. You see how like I've already hit pan. I never really hit pan on products because I have so much of it, but this works really beautiful on the days that I just want to have a nice even base but not really do too much to my face. This just goes on, gives me even complexion, and I wear it around the house. I wear it if I'm running out and doing chores. Like, it doesn't have longevity in terms of controlling the oil, but it is really, really pretty, so I'm definitely keeping this. I have my Tier foundation. I really do enjoy this foundation. Surprisingly, this foundation worked wonders. I know Heather did a whole video on the red one, the pink one, and the silver one. I think she said that the red is still her favorite. I think it's the pink one. That's the all matte one, but I really do enjoy this foundation. You can find this on Amazon. It works great. I had such big hesitations about this because it was viral all over TikTok and I thought everybody was lying, but you know what? Surprisingly, they were not. Next, I do have my Sigma Beauty skin tints. These are beautiful, beautiful skin tints. I think the reason why I have two is because I do mix two together, but I wonder if I actually need to because this one feels so much lighter than this one. So I'm wondering, do I need two or do I just keep the one? Okay, so there's, oh, okay, this is the shade right here called Light 3, Light 2. That's why I kept them. I mix all the time because a lot of times I am either a light medium with a neutral undertone or I'm just a light with a neutral undertone. It really kind of varies. So I do tend to mix. So I really do like the skin tint right here. So we're gonna go ahead and keep her. Up next, I do have the e.l.f. foundation. Now I have two of them right here because I wasn't sure which one was gonna work best for me. I have the shade called Light Neutral 25 and the shade called Light Warm 24. This one hasn't even been opened at all, like has not been opened. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this along because this is a little bit too light for me, but this one, she's almost empty. I really do enjoy this foundation. I wear it a lot whenever I'm filming, so we're going to go ahead and keep her. But I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one, or at least pass this along, especially since it's not open. Oh, that's fantastic. Next, we do have my Estee Lauder. This is my Double Wear foundation. This is a great foundation for oily skin. She is a little bit on the older side because I've had her for quite some time. And unfortunately for me, I lost the pump for this, but she still smells beautiful, still smells okay. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this because I really do wear this on special occasions. But this is a fantastic, fantastic foundation for oily skin. And the day that I run out of this is the day I'll go pick a new one up. This is my Urban Decay. This is my Urban Decay Face Bond foundation. As you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, she's got a lot of love. There's really nothing left in this bottle. I used the crap out of it. It's pretty much empty. And I actually do have like two more of these foundations. They sent me two by accident. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this because this is pretty much empty and I don't need to keep an empty one in my collection. Next, we do have the Makeup Revolution. This is going to be the Skin Silk foundation. Surprisingly enough, this was not a bad foundation. I really did not mind this foundation in the slightest. I truly didn't, but I just don't use it enough. I just don't use it enough to justify keeping it. It's really pretty. I love playing with it. I love how glowy and glassy my skin look when wearing it, but honestly, I don't use it enough to justify keeping it. Like, I don't even use it on my filming days. So we're going to go ahead and declutter this. Okay, so up next we have Polite Society. This is More Than a Pretty Face foundation. I really enjoy this foundation. Surprisingly enough, I really enjoy it, and she is a little bit deeper on me, but she's great for the summer. This just goes on really nicely. Even though I do get a little bit oily when wearing this, surprisingly enough, it doesn't separate, doesn't cake. It's a really, really, really pretty foundation. It gives me my base like a nice smooth texture. I love the way that this looks on me, so I'm gonna keep. Up next, we do have my Chanel. This is a foundation I got in a mystery box last year. This is a beautiful foundation, and every time I wear this, you guys always say how nice this foundation looks on me. It does look really nice. She's expensive too. And she smells like Dior. Oh, she smells like Dior Forever like foundation. I used to love that foundation. We're definitely gonna be keeping her. And I need to utilize this more because surprisingly I don't get really oily with wearing this. I need to use this more. I need to. I'm gonna make myself. Alrighty, so up next we do have the Glossier foundation. I got this last year, I think. I got this. And you know, I did enjoy playing with it. I really did. I think she solidified in the bottle. I think she did. I did enjoy playing with this at the time I bought this because everybody was hyping this up and I thought, well, why not try it? And it is a nice foundation, but I really do think that this is like solidified. Okay, there she goes. Ooh, she's thick and creamy. She doesn't have a smell, which is nice, but for me, I don't use this enough to justify keeping it. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. Up next, we do have my NARS. Oh no. Do you guys see that? It's separated. Oh no. Oh no, wait. Okay, so I've had this for years. This is pretty old. She's still okay though. Okay, she doesn't have a smell. Oh, I forgot how pretty this formula was. Okay. Shit. We have to keep. Their Holy Grail foundation of mine was the NARS. I have to shake it up because this one's also separated. This was a Holy Grail of mine for like 2 years. I was obsessed with this foundation. I do pair it. Why does it look like that? Okay, no smell. No smell. I do pair this though with the soft matte. Does it all look like that? Okay, no, it just needs to be shaken. I do pair the soft matte. I forgot how pretty this is. I need to use this more. I really need to use this more because this is a beautiful foundation. And I do pair it with the soft matte. Okay, so up next, I do have the Makeup Forever. This is going to be the HD Glow Hydra Skin. I loved the matte version of this. I thought the matte version of this was absolutely incredible. And I meant to buy the new version. I meant to buy the matte version of this. But I didn't get the glowy one. And while I do think this is really pretty, I really do. I had a lot of fun playing with this. Honestly, I just don't reach for this the way that I once did. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. Up next, surprisingly, I love this foundation so much. This works really, really well on my skin, especially this works really well on my skin. It doesn't help to like blur the imperfections, but it just looks so smoothing on my skin. I use this all the time now when filming, and this is almost empty. Like I've gone through so much of this because I use a lot of this. I absolutely love this and I 1000% repurchase, so I'm keeping. Oh, this is my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydra Tinted Moisturizer Foundation. I don't use this anymore. I don't touch it. Haven't in a long time. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. But okay, that was stuck there. I don't like much from Smashbox, but surprisingly enough, I do like this foundation a lot. It works great to help to control the oil and stay on my makeup, stay on my face all day. It's really nice and smoothing. I really do enjoy this foundation. I always have, and it's why I've kept it. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this and force myself to use it more in my videos because it is a really pretty foundation. Up next, we have the Tarte. This is the face tape. I recently just gave this a go again, and I really liked this. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. This is me retrying it during like the so like during the Shop My Stash. I really enjoyed this. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. These are really, really, really beautiful foundations, but honestly, I don't reach for these ones at all because I do enjoy the matte version of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter both of these. We have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Hydrating Foundation. Again, this is a foundation that I just don't use ever. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter her just because I don't use this foundation. Up next, we do have the NYX. This is going to be the Bare With Me Blur foundation. Surprisingly, this thing is like, ew, but she is a little thick for what she is. This is supposed to be like a skin tint. Tell me what skin tint is full coverage like this. This thing is so full coverage skin tint. I've never seen that before. Honestly, it's a beautiful foundation. It's a foundation, not even a skin tint. So I'm gonna keep. Okay, so up next we do have my Lancome foundations. These actually were gifted to me in PR. I have to mix both of them to get my complexion to match. Honestly, I do get really oily when I wear these. I really do. They're really nice. What is that? Where did that just come from? Ew. Okay. They're really nice, but I do get really oily when I wear these, and I think I actually do have newer ones they sent, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter both of these. Up next, we did the Maybelline. This is the 30-hour foundation. Honestly, I feel like I'm one of the only people out there that just don't care for this. I just generally don't care for this foundation. I always oxidize down on me. No matter what shade I get, it always oxidizes down. I just struggle with this foundation. I always have. It always looks like peanut butter on me, so for me, I'm just going to let it go. I never use it. Up next, we do have the e.l.f. Hydrating CC Cream. I really do enjoy this CC Cream, so I'm going to keep this. Same thing with the IT Cosmetics Natural CC Cream. This is also a really good foundation. Surprisingly enough, I really do enjoy this. But I think this is like one of the first ones they came out with. This is great if you have oily skin, so this is another product that I'm going to go ahead and keep. We have the Estee Lauder. This is going to be the Double Wear Maximum Cover. Y'all, this literally can like cover a tattoo. This thing is so thick. A little bit does go a long way, and I wear this during the summer, but I do have to mix because it's a little bit too light for me. but it is so full coverage. I swear this could cover a tattoo. But I do enjoy this. I'm keeping this. We have the Revlon Serum Skin Tint right here. She's really pretty, but I don't use her, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. And then I bought this one. This was the original Revlon Cover Stay Long Wear Combination Oily Skin Foundation. This is the original one, but then they did reformulate, and I do have, it should be right here actually, the reformulated version. I prefer this one way over this one. Like this one I just don't ever use. This one is the best one, and I will keep restocking on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this because this is my absolute favorite foundation of all times. I keep telling you guys that. It has not changed, and I'm gonna keep recommending this. So we're keeping and we're decluttering. This is the Patrick Ta. This is gonna be the Hydrating Luxe Illuminating Foundation. I spent like $68 on this shit, okay? Look at that. First off, look at that right there. It just runs. I am just not the biggest fan of this foundation. I honest to God meant to return it because it makes my face kind of itch. It does nothing for the oil. It's not the prettiest on me, but I honestly forgot to return it, and now it's too late to return it. So I'm going to keep it for the mere fact that during like my videos that I'm filming, just like new makeup releases or something like that, if I'm not testing a new makeup, I'm going to force myself to wear this to get my $68 worth. Okay, because since I can't return it now, it's too late for me because I just couldn't get there in time. We're keeping her to use the shit out of her so I don't waste my damn money on this freaking product. Ugh, I already feel bad that I already did. So we're going to keep her and we're going to make her work as best as we can. Okay, so now we're going to move on to concealers. I don't have like a lot of like concealers to go through, so this is gonna be kind of like a quicker segment, just because I generally don't have a lot of concealers because I'm not a concealer girly. I have not been a concealer girly ever. So up first we do have the pretty, oh my god, she's looking a little sus, right? Like ew. Does it smell? No, but she's pretty much empty. So we're gonna go ahead. We're just decluttering. This is the new ABH. This is the Magic Touch Concealer. I just recently got this in my Sephora haul. I absolutely am loving this concealer, so we are definitely keeping this one. This is the Tarte Creamless Creamy Concealer. I really do enjoy this concealer, so we're gonna keep. We have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camel Concealer. I really do enjoy this concealer as well, so we're gonna keep. We have the Tarte Shape Tape. Again, another concealer that I really do enjoy, so we're keeping. We have the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer. I like this concealer, I really do. But honestly, she's getting a little smelly. She's getting a little stinky, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter her. I have the Dominique Cosmetics. I used to really enjoy this concealer because it has like a metal application, but I don't use her ever. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter this. We have one of my favorites, which is the Makeup by Mario. This is the Awakening Concealer. I love this one so much, so we're gonna keep. Like I said, I'm not a concealer girly, so we don't have much to go through. We have the Sigma. This is gonna be a color corrector. I'm not really sure. I just recently got this, so I have not played with this yet. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do with it. Like, I see everybody using it as like a concealer, but like, I don't know. Like, what do I do? I don't show her any love anymore, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter. This is my NARS. This is the Pot Conceal. Honestly, I use this to cover up any blemishes that I may have or any mess ups, so we're definitely gonna keep. And lastly, I do have my Salt New York. This is a little concealer right here, but I really do like it, but it's just a little bit too wet for me. I don't use it nearly as much as I do like the face ones, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna declutter this one. Okay, and then all right here, these are just my eyeshadow bases. So we're not decluttering any of my eyeshadow bases because I generally do get a use out of these, so we're gonna go ahead and keep those. All right, guys, lastly, we're moving on to setting powders. Okay, so up first for setting powders, we do have Sigma. This is gonna be the Soft Focus Vanilla Bean setting powder. Honestly, it doesn't really doesn't do much to my oil. I do get really oily when wearing this. It doesn't make my face look really soft or anything like that. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter this just because I don't get a use out of this because it just doesn't do anything necessarily for me. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter. Up next, I do have the e.l.f. This is the HD powder. For some reason, y'all, I freaking enjoy this powder so much. It makes my face look so soft and radiant. I don't know what it is about this setting powder that I really do enjoy. It does nothing for the oil, but whenever I'm filming and I want to put this on camera, it makes my makeup look really nice. So we're gonna keep. Up next, I do have my Nakia Joy. This is the Velvet Finishing Powder. If you guys can tell, well, there's like virtually nothing left in this setting powder. I think I have enough for just like 2 or 3 more uses, but there's literally nothing left. She is pretty much bare bones. I don't know if I have any backups of this. If I don't, I have to go get some, but I'm going to keep this just for now. But literally there's like nothing left, but this is one of my favorite setting powders. So we're going to go ahead and keep this. We have another empty setting powder. This is my Kimchi Chic. This is the Puff Puff Pass setting powder. I've been talking about this powder for years. It's one of my absolute favorite for oily skin. But again, you guys can see that she pretty much has nothing left. Oh my gosh, there's like literally, and if you guys can tell, like nothing left in this component besides just a tiny bit right there. So sadly, we're decluttering, and again, I don't know if I have any backups of this, so I might have to go get more. The Lunar Beauty Universal Setting Powder. Again, this is pretty much on its last leg. I've used so much of this because I really do love this. I'm going to try to get as much as I can out of it because it does a great job at controlling the oil, and as soon as I run out, I'm definitely buying another one because I know I do not have any backups of this. This is my One Size Secure the Sweat Blurring Face Primer. She pretty much is empty. How much I got left is literally that much right there. So we're not going to put her back in my collection. I'm going to put her on my desk because I'm going to finish that last bit out because this is one of my favorite setting powders as well. So we're going to finish this out, and then I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. I think I have one more, but we're going to go ahead and pull this out of the collection because it needs to be used. Actually, I will pull out these 3 completely out of my collection because they need to be finished out, and I'm going to keep them on my desk, and as soon as they're finished out, we'll get new ones. This is the One Size. This is the Ultra Peach. Surprisingly, this works really well on my skin. I really do enjoy this. We're going to go ahead and keep my Dominique Cosmetics. This is the Translucent Setting Powder. I love this setting powder for one reason and one reason only. It's great for blending out eyeshadow. I do not use it for my face. I use it strictly for my eyeshadow, so I'm keeping it just for that. Other than that, I don't care for it. This is the Benefit. This is the Professional Mattifying Setting Powder. Surprisingly enough, this actually works really nicely on the skin. It looks really beautiful. It goes on super smoothing. It really helps to mattify the face. Not enough for me to say it's a great foundation. Not enough for me to say it's great for oily skin, but it is really nice for the days I'm just doing a quick makeup look and I'm filming. I would definitely use it for that. So I'm going to keep. Then we have Polite Society. This is More Than a Pretty Face Loose Setting Powder. This is fantastic if you want to have the smoothest face ever. Absolutely fantastic if you want to have the smoothest face. Doesn't do the best for controlling the oil, but it makes my makeup last me all day. I do enjoy this, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep. If I keep more setting powders, it's because it's really hard for me to find setting powders that work best for my oily skin. So I probably will keep more than I declutter, just because I generally do enjoy trying out different setting powders and seeing what works best. Last but not least, on this little drawer, we do have my La Mer setting powder. There is definitely just a little bit left, but once it's gone, it's gone. You see that's how much we have left. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out of my collection as well because I'm gonna keep this on my desk so I can utilize this and let it go. I definitely was gonna repurchase another one. You guys, wanted me to do that last year, but then I put that use actually toward you guys. I actually ended up giving back to you guys and did a Christmas giveaway. So I never got another one for myself, but one day I will. But that day's not today. We're gonna finish this out and then we'll let it go. Up next, I'm still trying this out. This is the Makeup by Mario Surreal Setting Powder. I'm still trying this out, so I'm gonna keep this because I'm still testing it. It's by far not my favorite setting powder at all. I don't like how everything's so loose in here, but it does look really soft under the eyes. So we're gonna keep this for now because I'm still testing it out. I have the Rare Beauty Finishing Powder. I do enjoy this tapping on before I finish my makeup, so we're gonna keep. And then I'm still currently testing out the LIS. I just bought this in my Sephora haul. It doesn't really do too much for the oil, but I'm still testing it out, so I'll definitely give you guys an updated review on this coming shortly. We have the Danessa Myers Blurring Balm. Why that's there, I don't know, but I'm decluttering because this does nothing for my skin. Up next, we did the Florasis. This is a pressed setting powder. Again, does nothing for my skin, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter. We have the little mini Huda Beauty loose setting powder. We have the little mini Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting powder. I'm definitely keeping this. I want to finish this out. I do a full size that I want to pull subscribers at my way, but I want to finish this out before we move on to the full size. Givenchy. I do a full size of this that I bought last spring. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I want to finish this out because I know that once this is gone, then I'm on to that setting powder. It's a different formula now. They took away the talc, and they made it like really like sparkly. So I'm going to hold on to this, but she doesn't have as much left in it. So we're going to finish this out, get my new one, and then we will go from there. Honestly, I need to keep testing this. I got this in a Sephora favorites. I don't know my thoughts on this. I need to keep testing this to see if it's really worth it. Next we have the Glam Light. This is the strawberry bake like powder. I don't even think I even opened this one. I don't think I did. Did I? No. No, I did not. I'm not a pink powder girl. I don't know. It doesn't work best for me. So we're going to go ahead and declutter this. I'll pass this on to a better home. Somebody can get a better use out of this because I just know for me, I'm not going to use this. I really do enjoy my Nakia Joy Cosmetics. This is the Velvet Finishing Powder. This is absolutely fantastic on the days that I'm wearing no makeup. And I want to take that like Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer and press that into my pores. I put this on top. Fantastic. We have a Dominique Cosmetics. This is going to be a pink setting powder right here. Like I said, I'm not really into pinks. It's supposed to brighten the under eye, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. The Laura Mercier Press Setting Powder, and I did not like this at all, like in the slightest. So we're going to go ahead and declutter. We have the Nakia Joy Cosmetics. This is the Velvet Finishing Powder, but this is also a pink powder as well. And I just am not the biggest fan of like pink powders because they really do brighten the skin, which is fine. But I'm not one to like brightened under eyes or brightened skin. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. Sad. I was hoping it would be another restock, but it's not. So we're going to go ahead and declutter. Like, look at that. Look how it's like shiny. No, thank you. We have the Lunar Beauty. This is a pink one as well. This hasn't even used. Like, I don't know why this is a little dirty. Maybe because I used it with something else. Maybe because this, I don't know why this is a little dirty. I might take the powder puff out. But I will definitely pass this along to somebody else because this hasn't even used. It's a pink powder, but again, I'm not a fan of pink powders. So we're going to go ahead and pass this along, but I'll probably end up cleaning that one or just getting rid of it so that way someone doesn't have like a powder puff that has a little bit of powder left on it. I do the Glam Light. This is going to be the translucent setting powder. Thank God it wasn't open because I just dropped it. But this is a cute setting powder. They put a lot. I do get oily while wearing this, but my makeup does look pretty nice when wearing it as well. So I'm going to keep this just because I'll use it for like filming days. I won't use it for like work days because I do get oily, but I'll use it for filming days. Okay, so now that this drawer, for the most part, is pretty much empty, we're going to go ahead and clean this out. I'm going to reorganize it. I'm going to come back and show you guys what it looks like now. I'll tell you how many primers I kept versus got rid of. Same thing with like foundations, setting powders, and concealers. So I'll be right on back. Okay, so you guys remember what my drawer looked like before? And this is my drawer after. It looks definitely still kind of full, but a lot better than it did. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to like my primer section. So I just kind of put like my skin tints right here minus this one. And we're just going to kind of just go back. I just organized it this way. I actually ended up keeping 16 primers, but I decluttered 16 primers. So I feel like that was definitely a 50% declutter, which I'm really, really, really grateful for. Next, we're moving on to foundations. I just put like my powder, and then my one that's always in the back so I can remember to use these. And then I just have them all back here. So there's nothing touching them anymore. They're just kind of laid out this way. I ended up keeping 21 foundations and I decluttered 14 foundations. So I definitely did not declutter as much as I wanted to. But for me, I hold on to complexion products a lot more than anything else in my collection besides eyeshadow, because since I'm so oily, it's really hard to find products that work best for my skin. So I try to keep everything that works best for my skin. As for concealer, this is how the drawer looks like right here. Like I said, I don't really do much with concealer. I don't keep much concealer, so it's just kind of empty. I kept over 6 concealers and I decluttered 4 concealers. So almost a 50-50. Not fully there, but almost there. And then lastly, we have my setting powders. Like, look how much more space I have now. Like, literally, I cleaned out so much. I just have 2 right here. One's open, one's not. I just want to keep the Glam Light packaging for now. I eventually might get rid of the packaging, but as of right now, I might end up keeping it. But we'll see when the time comes. But overall, I kept over 14 setting powders. If you count these little miniature ones right here, I kept over 14. If you don't count those, then I kept over 11 setting powders, and I decluttered 7 setting powders. But if you really want to look into it, technically I decluttered 12 because 5 of those still have a little bit of product left that I want to use to finish them out, and then they're going to be gone from my collection. So technically I did declutter 12 setting powders, kept 14, decluttered 12, but only 7 is truly being decluttered right now. 5 of them are also being put on my desk to be finished out by the rest of like the next week or so. So overall, this is my entire primer, foundation, concealer, and setting powder declutter. I'm really happy with how this drawer looks. It looks so much cleaner. It makes me feel so happy knowing that I got rid of so much stuff. And then in my next declutter video, we're gonna hit this bad boy right here. She is filled to the brim with products. Majority of these products, surprisingly, are blushes. I have way too many blushes. I don't know how, but somehow I do. So we're gonna go through all this in my next declutter video. Also, we're gonna have to go through these baskets right here. This is a basket I'm keeping for the worst makeup products of the year, but we have to go through here. We have to go through all of this right here, and we have to go through all of these right here as well. So like I said, I have a lot of product to go through. I'm going to sort, I'm going to declutter, I'm going to give away, I'm going to donate. We're going to go through all of this. So stay tuned to my declutter series. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head on over to my other channel. It's All for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful paid members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.